welcome back to another episode of Social Butterfly. I don't have any video today just because I didn't feel like setting it up. That's the extent of my explanation. I'm gonna have Alec on in a little bit to talk about our Europe trip that we just got back from. But I wanted to start out by just doing my quick top 5 things right now. We're fully into fall in this household because the temperatures hit 60 degrees and I said, it's time, let's go. So a lot of my top 5 things have to do with fall. I asked Alec if he wanted to do his top 5 things and he said he didn't know what he would say. So that's all right. I'll do it solo and then he'll come on in a little bit. But my first thing is kind of, you know what, they'll all blend into each other. You'll see. My first thing right now is reading. I've been really going through ebbs and flows with reading slumps this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I just haven't gotten, a good series or book. I mean, every so often I do and it sucks me back in and I'll read for a while and then I'm out again. I really need to read the From Blood and Ash series because I know I'm going to love it, but just like with like ACOTAR or any of the Sarah J Maas books or Fourth Wing, like I get so into it that I have to like mentally prepare myself almost. So I haven't started that yet, but right now I'm into reading again. I've been reading a lot of just like quick, like rom-com type books, but they've been really good. And now I'm reading Wuthering Heights because I saw the one trailer of Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi and I'm like, okay, let me read this quick. I don't think I've ever read it. There are some classics that like I know I read a while ago, but I don't think I've ever read Wuthering Heights. So I'm in that. Of course, it's a little bit harder to read just because it's like Victorian era writing, but it feels like really cozy to read like in fall time. So I'm really loving that. I read 3 books on our trip because we had two flights were 8 hours long. So, and I always read on planes because it helps distract me. So I finished 3 books on our trip. So I can confidently say that I am back into my reading era for the moment. But also I feel like I'm going to fall out of it a little bit because my second thing is Gilmore Girls. Yes, it is time to start the rewatch, the yearly rewatch. And you know what? Last year on my rewatch, I think by like February, I had gotten to season 7 and I quit because I hate season 7 so much. And you know what? I've seen the show enough. I know what happens. I think I can skip a few episodes at the end of season 7 and call it good. But I am starting the rewatch right now. It's just so cozy and wonderful. It's the best. I mean, it's one of the best shows just in general. I love it, but it's one of the best fall shows to watch. It's, so good. So we're starting the Gilmore Girls rewatch, which leads us into, of course, fall. We have decorated for fall now in our house. Some of the trees around town, I noticed on my drive to work today, have kind of started changing already, which is crazy because it's only like September 8th. The weather this week is supposed to be a little bit warmer. It's supposed to be in like the mid 80s, which gross. But like last week, it was like 55 to 70 all week long. It was just gorgeous. We went to Brews at the Zoo on Friday night and like I was in like leggings and boots and a jean jacket and just living my best life. It was phenom. So fall is in full swing here, people. I am loving it. The next thing is also fall related. There's I don't know if they're a brewery or a distillery or a winery. I think a winery maybe, called Glacial Till here. And they make a fall cidery? I don't know. They make a fall cider, or it's seasonal, and it's caramel apple cider. It is my fave, and I just saw it in stores, so of course I picked some up. I've already been drinking that. So into that. Ugh, I love it so much. But when we were at the Brew at the Zoo, my friend Bailey got a cider from Glacial Till too. That's a cider donut, and I didn't think that I would like that because I figured it would be like too sweet, even though yes, the other one is caramel apple. But I tried it and it was delish. So I'm gonna have to try to find that in stores and give it another go, because I only had like 1 or 2 sips of hers and I really, really liked it. Let's see, that's 4 things, I think. Oh, this is kind of a newer thing, so I'm glad that I had originally recorded some of this the other day, and then Alec and I were going to record, but then a fantasy football draft that we had was like an hour earlier than we actually thought it was, and it just kind of threw off our plan for the afternoon, so we never got around to recording. So I'm like, I'm just going to re-record my top 5 things. Sabrina Carpenter's new album. Okay, at first when I listened to it, I was kind of like, okay, like this is good, but you know, I love pop music, and I like the kind of 70s style that she has put into her music lately. But I was like, I don't know, they all kind of sound the same, but whatever. But as I've been listening to it more, Nobody's Son is ingrained in my brain. It is stuck in my head. That thing is catchy as hell. I like My Man on Willpower, I think is what it's called. I love We Almost Broke Up Again Last Night. The cadence of the chorus is so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of like, she has another song that reminds me of Hopelessly Devoted, but that one, I don't know what it is about it, but just like the progression of the chorus of that song is beautiful. Go-Go Juice and House Tour are such like fun dancey bops, so I'm like into it. Not like every single song, but a lot of it, and I've been listening to it a lot, and it almost like, I don't know what it is about like 70s kind of music, but it kind of feels like fall type music. Does that make sense? Like, I know people are like, oh, it's so late in the summer for that album to have come out because it was like end of August, but I don't know, it almost like the 70s vibes kind of give me fall a little bit, so I'm really loving that. So yeah, those are my top 5 things at the current moment. In a little bit, Alec is going to come in and we're going to recap our Europe trip to Ireland and Scotland. So stay tuned for that.
Doing my own intro music.
I can tell. Hi, Alec.
Hello.
Welcome back to Social Butterfly.
It's a pleasure to be back.
You know what I just realized? We didn't do video today because I just couldn't be bothered to set the camera up, but I think you're wearing the same exact shirt that you wore the first time you were on here.
I was thinking about that as I came down the stairs. And so, thank you for telling people.
I guess we could have kept that hidden, but no, I felt the need to identify it. Sorry.
No. The worst.
But hi, welcome back.
Thank you.
Are you my first repeat guest?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I think you are.
That would make sense.
So we have a big topic to discuss. We just went on a trip.
That is correct.
Do you want to elaborate on where we went?
We went to Europe and saw the Cyclones play in Dublin, which was cool. So we spent a few days there, then spent a few days in Edinburgh, Scotland, which was magical.
I hope no one from Edinburgh is listening to this, because I'm sure they will tell us that we said it wrong still.
That's okay. And then we wrapped it up in Galway.
We did.
Home of the Claddagh Ring.
The Claddagh Ring. Alec just learned how to say Claddagh.
Yep. We say it a lot.
And we do. Yeah, it was a great trip. Alec's first time in Europe. What was your favorite part?
About Europe or like the trip?
Both.
Fair. I think the favorite part of the trip was the full day in Scotland. And we did the Royal Palace tour in the castle, and that was really cool. Yeah,
we spent 3.5 hours there.
And then what else did we do? We had dinner overlooking the bay or sea or whatever you'd call it, and then after that we did a little happy hour. We went and got drinks at a bar just near the hotel. That was a pub. Sorry. There's no bars, it's pubs.
Yeah, they're all pubs.
My bad. And we just kind of hung out and chatted.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That was a good day.
Mm-hmm.
We technically had 2 full days in Edinburgh, but you're talking about the second day.
Did we have 2 full days?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I mean, we got there at 8 a.m. the first day.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
I think it does. It's a full day.
We didn't wake up there.
Still.
How did you?
You took
how
a
did
nap.
You start your days.
You took a nap,
And
so you did.
suddenly I was awake.
So technically, you did wake up there. Yeah.
Okay, I can't refute that. So let's move on.
But yeah, that dinner on top of the Carlton Hill. I think it's the sea that we were looking at. I think.
It's a big body of water that connects to the ocean.
There were cruise ships out there, so I'm guessing it was the sea.
I don't know if it's technically the ocean or a bay or what.
Yeah, please don't make fun of us for this. We don't know what it was. I think it was the sea. Because Edinburgh is on the east side of Scotland. So it wouldn't be like by the ocean. You know what? I'm just going to stop talking because I don't know what I'm saying.
No.
You forgot the most important part of that day.
Which was?
Taylor Swift got engaged.
I've had about enough of this.
We were
and that's all the time we have today.
We were about to walk into dinner that night, and I think I got like 3 texts in a row of people telling me to go check Instagram. So that was fun. I was like, should I announce it to this restaurant?
Worst.
Alex said no. But I did hear other people talking about it in there too, so it's nice to know I wasn't alone. But yeah, we had dinner at, was it Cafe Carlton? Carlton Cafe? I think Cafe Carlton.
That sounds
but
right.
They
know.
had an indoor dining space where like 2 of the walls were all windows overlooking like the city and the bay body of water. And then they had
salty water.
Yeah. And then they had a like terrace patio area with tables, and those were just like walk up, like you could come grab a table. And
terrace sounds more European.
Terrace. Okay, it was a terrace. Yeah. And
we watched the sunset on the terrace.
We did watch the sunset on the terrace, and that's how I like found that place, because on TikTok I saw people say like, oh, it's the best place to watch the sunset in Edinburgh. And in the video that I saw, it was like, because it was kind of cloudy the night that we were there. I mean, it was still a pretty sunset, but it was pretty cloudy. But the video that I saw on TikTok, like there was a bunch of people out there on the terrace dancing to Gimme Gimme by ABBA, and it looked like a good time. So I was like, we're gonna go eat there. And it was still a great time.
Unfortunately, no dancing.
No dancing, but
maybe next time.
It was really great food, really good drinks. It was just cool thing to do, because so this trip, we were gone for about 9 days, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And we essentially treated it as, so our 5-year anniversary is in a little over 2 weeks from today. And so we basically treated this as like our anniversary trip, because it was like a month before. But we're like, 5 is a big year, so let's do the whole trip. Let's do the dang thing. And so kind of like the driving force behind going to Ireland itself was the Iowa State game, but then we did a whole lot more.
Yeah, maybe not the driving force, but the like initial.
Yeah, like the reason that we were there in the first place.
Yeah, but the driving force, I think, was more just to go for like a trip.
Well, yeah, but we never would have like had the idea to go if it weren't for the game. So
you don't know that.
I do know that. But yeah, so we started out in Dublin. Our trip kind of started out a little tumultuous, because our very first flight...
Tumultuous, good word.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Our first flight got delayed so much that we would have missed all of our connections. So we were originally supposed to go Lincoln, Denver,
Vancouver, Dublin.
Right. And the flight out of Lincoln got delayed by like 2-3 hours. And so we had to rebook, like sitting there in the Lincoln airport. And so then we went Lincoln, Chicago, Frankfurt, Dublin. But so that first part, like, it was like a tiny bit stressful, but we were able to get rebooked. So like, no big deal, right? Totally fine. But then and if anyone follows me on TikTok, you probably saw this saga. But as we're sitting in the United Club in Chicago, I just had a whim to check my luggage. I don't remember, did I get a text or anything, or did I just check it randomly?
I don't remember.
I don't think I think I just was like, oh, I'm just gonna, I don't know, check where my bag's at, because
Just your intuition.
It was, yeah, you're so right. Because I checked a bag, and so I go check it, and it says that it has been loaded off the carousel in Denver, and I'm like, well, that's not right. So I'm trying to be optimistic, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe it just hasn't updated from our previous, flight, whatever. So we go, like, they have a customer service desk in the United Club, so we go there because we're like, okay, perfect, someone to talk to in person, we can get this figured out. That man was less than helpful.
Yeah, it was pretty much terrible.
Yeah. I at one point I just had to stop talking, and you had to take over because I had started to cry, because he looks up my bag number and he was like, oh yeah, that's in Denver. Duh. No shit. Do I look like I'm in Denver?
Yeah, Michael D.
I mean, we didn't say no shit. Like, we were being very polite, more polite than he was.
By far.
And so then he's like, well, because we're explaining, like, well, we had to change our flights. And he's like, well, did you switch your luggage? Yes. Like, I even specifically had said to you, like, hey, make sure you ask them, like, hey, our bag's going to get switched, right?
And they confirmed that it would be switched.
Yeah, the agent that you were talking to. And he's like, well, the chat agents always mess it up, so. And that's, like, all he said.
Yeah, United's customer care, not so hot.
At least not in the United Club. The person you were on the phone with was at least a little bit more helpful. But, I mean, I feel like...
they were, like, not rude.
Well, right, because here's the thing. Like, the answer, regardless, was basically, like, you have to wait until you're in Dublin. And that was the answer no matter what. However, the way it was delivered from him versus the other person that you talked to, and I was texting someone too, and they were even more helpful, made a huge difference.
Yeah, because, like, he was also at the same time being rude to two, like, older women that were waiting for
wheelchairs to get to their gate.
Yeah, and they're, like, worried they're gonna miss their flight, and he just kept telling them, like, they're coming. I
called them.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we might have to start walking, but that's not gonna, like, go well. Yeah. He was, maybe he was having a bad day. Give him the benefit.
Having a bad day.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. But I did let United know because they, how they do, like, the reach out of, like, let us know how your experience was. I let them know about that because that was, yeah. So I'm like, okay, great. Like, I'm not going to have any fucking luggage. And, technically, sure, can we go buy things, whatever. But I had a shirt that I packed for the game that I had gotten. I think I got it before I knew we were going to the game, but once we decided to go to the game, I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. And it was like a vintage, like, Iowa State, like, rugby shirt. And so I was really, really bummed that I wasn't going to get to wear that. And I also didn't have any of my, like, hair tools. Like, makeup, sure, I can go buy, and clothes, but, like, hair, like, I don't want to go buy a whole ass new straightener or something. So when we got to and then when we rebooked our new flights, instead of getting in early in the morning on Friday, we got in, like, 6 p.m., like, in the evening. But we got there and, like, had to immediately go shopping because everything was going to close soon. So that was, like, our first couple hours in Dublin. We're just bopping around to the malls to hopefully grab things before the stores closed. But the night was still fun. Like, we got to see a bunch of our friends that were over there, which that was a really fun part of the, like, Dublin experience, like, the game experience too, is there was, like, people that we knew over there, so that was really fun. And then I did end up getting my bag at, like, noon on Saturday before the game, so all hope was not lost.
That's true.
And I had even, like, called the airport. I'm like, I will come pick it up. Like, I'll hop on a bus and I'll come back and grab it. But yeah, it got there, so crisis averted.
Thank goodness.
For the most part. Yeah, game day was really fun. What did you like most about game day?
The win. Winning the game. No, it was a really cool atmosphere in the stadium. And the stadium was really cool itself, too. Like, the way they had it designed to, like, almost all of the seats were covered, but the field was still uncovered. So it worked really well for us because it was raining off and on.
Yeah.
So the people in the stands got to stay dry. Not so great for the players where it was still wet, but kind of adds to the game, we'll say.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? They did have to repaint the lines on the field at halftime. Because what do we say? They probably used like
less than permanent paint or like short-term
less
paint.
than permanent. That's the official name for it.
When they're done with the one game that they play, they don't have to like try to paint over.
Because it was real grass, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But that way, when they go to play like their soccer matches, they don't have to have football lines.
But no, obviously, yeah, the win was great. Kind of an ugly game, but at least we won.
Okay. Beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, hey, a win is a win.
Yep.
A win is a win. But yeah, that was really fun. And then we just had a day to like kind of explore Dublin the next day, which was kind of the perfect amount of time. Like there was nothing that I'm like, oh, like we didn't get to do that, you know? Like,
yeah.
Because we had talked before because I'd asked you, I'm like, oh, do you want to go to the Guinness brewery? It's so hard to say. Brewery? Yeah. Or the Jameson distillery or, you know, whatever. And like neither one of us really drinks either one of those things. I guess you kind of drink Jameson.
Yeah, but not enough to feel the need to go to the brewery or distillery.
And like pay to go to it too. Yeah. So
I have an idea of how whiskey is made, so good enough.
The idea is good enough for you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we did more of the, like, we went to Trinity College and we went to the Long Library and the Book of Kells experience, and those were all really cool. We went to Dublin Castle. Where else did we go? Oh, what was that cathedral called? Like Christchurch Cathedral?
That sounds right.
Or is Christchurch a church here?
I'm sure it is.
It was like a Protestant, like Church of England cathedral though. And that was super cool because there was like catacombs underneath, and it was really giving Game of Thrones.
Yeah, definitely. Like it was pretty cool, and it was built in what, like the 1300s or something like that. Yeah,
I think so, 13 or 1200s.
It was the 1200s.
Because there's like the floor, and there was like this incredibly intricate tile, and it had all been replaced in like.
It was like 1970, or was it
1870s when the roof caved in. But there's like a little portion in the back of the chapel that had like, it was probably not even like a 4x6 area.
It was probably like 10 by 10.
Okay, well I'm not good at guessing those things, but like a small area, but it was like the original flooring, like the hand painted tiles, and that was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing was really cool. I think old churches, I mean, I know there are like really beautiful cathedrals like here in the US, but I mean, none that old, obviously. Like it was just crazy. So that was really cool. And then we went to Edinburgh. Would you say that was your favorite part?
What?
Edinburgh. Or I guess you said that was your favorite part about Europe. What was your favorite part of the whole trip? Like the trip in general.
That was my favorite part of the whole trip.
And your favorite part of Europe? 2 in 1?
Probably.
Oh.
I don't know. I'd say Edinburgh was my favorite part of Europe. But like that day in Edinburgh was my favorite part of the trip.
Gotcha. And it's so funny because Edinburgh was kind of just like a last minute add-on. Like
when you told me that we were going there, I was like, oh, great. We're going to travel while we're traveling. How European of us. And I was not looking forward to that part of it. But I'm very glad we did.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're a hero.
I know. I will say, just to pat myself on the back for a second here, I planned this whole thing.
It's true.
Independently. What?
I did nothing.
Yeah. Alec was the one who got to walk blindly through the airport this time. I planned everything myself and didn't even
the rewards statuses.
You did, and I appreciate you for that. But I mean to say that though, not as much like I did it all and you didn't do anything, but I mean like for the game, like there were different packages that you could buy that would have taken you to like different places in Ireland and everything, and we didn't do any of that. Like I planned out like where we went, where we stayed, what we did, all that kind of stuff. And I really didn't like jam pack our days with stuff because I knew
kind of a mix of like, hey, let's do this, and then we've got several hours or the rest of the day to just kind of do whatever. And like we want to go and see these few things, but we don't have like we're going to go here and then we're going to go here and then we're going to go here. It was just if we get to that side of town, hey, here's this other thing that we didn't know about and let's go check that out. It's just right down the street.
Right. It wasn't as much as like when we went to New York. I feel like that was almost like hour by hour planned out. But we had like limited time in New York, and
And we had unlimited time in Europe?
Well, no, but I don't know. I just feel like there were so many things in New York that I wanted to see in the amount of time that we were there. And it takes kind of long to get around the city to do different things. Like the 9/11, like we didn't even touch like Ellis Island Statue of Liberty stuff because it was way too far south on Manhattan to do it. So we kind of had to stay up around a different area. Like we didn't even go to like Brooklyn or anything. Like we stayed in Manhattan the whole time. And so this was a little bit different. We had a little bit more free time to explore. But yeah, I plan to go to Edinburgh because I went to Europe in high school. I went to England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales for a month when I was 16. For this, it was called the People to People Student Ambassador Program. To this day, I truly couldn't tell you like what the purpose was other than us like traveling. You know what I mean? Like I
just a bunch of American kids being assholes overseas.
No, we had to be very respectful. Okay.
You wore pink pants.
That's not
the old course.
Being an asshole. That's just being 16.
Disrespectful.
You're just jealous because I've golfed at the old course and you haven't.
In pink pants.
Hey, a golf's a golf. All right.
A golf is a golf.
A golf is a golf.
Maybe that's what we were talking about in Edinburgh. Maybe it's a golf.
A golf?
Yeah, not a sea.
Oh,
not the ocean. A golf.
Ha ha.
A golf's a golf.
Ha ha ha. So I had already been there, and I remembered really loving Scotland when I was there. And so I looked up like flights from Dublin to Edinburgh, and there was like £50 for a flight, and it's like a 45-minute flight. So I was like, okay, we're doing this. And it really was such an easy travel. Like, it really didn't feel like, well, coming back, it felt like we spent more time traveling because like we then had to get on a bus for 2.5 hours to Galway. But like going there, it really
wasn't terrible though. Like the way the timing was great, where we flew back in at like 5
or 7, whatever it was.
Yeah, we left Scotland at 5 and got in at 7, and then we were in Galway at
9:30.
Yeah, so it worked well that we just got there, got on the bus, and kind of like slept.
Yeah,
I read a book.
Yeah, because we had
finished a book. I didn't read a whole book. I can't mislead people.
But hey, finishing a book is big for you.
That's true.
I'm so proud of you.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't a picture book.
And it wasn't. Great job, honey.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was a coloring book.
Please. But we even like had a half day in Edinburgh. Like we walked through Princess Street Gardens, and is that all we did? Oh, I mean, we went to the Scott Monument, but we didn't go like up in it or anything.
We did the tour of Mary King's Cross.
Close. Oh yeah, we did that first. Yeah. So like
that was neat.
Kind of had a little bit of a day still, so it was really truly a 2.5 days.
It was more relaxed again, like we were saying.
Yeah, the King's Close thing we literally booked the day before.
Yeah, like the night before, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, we had those 2.5 days in Edinburgh, and it was like, I remember loving it, but I didn't remember a ton from my trip just because it was, 13 years ago. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in my brain, and sometimes things leave. So I don't distinctly remember everything, but it was even more magical this time than I remember it being the first time.
That's because we did the Harry Potter tour.
Which, true. And that was so fun. Shout out Ashley Crandall for that suggestion. And it's a free tour, and it walks through. So J.K. Rowling wrote most of the Harry Potter books in Edinburgh. And a lot of her inspiration was drawn from like the architecture and the cemeteries there and the castle. And so we went on this walking tour that kind of walks through like the cemetery, and there are names in the like there's a gravestone for someone named Tom Riddle in the cemetery, which is cool. What other names were in there?
McGonagall, or was it Minerva? No,
It was McGonagall, yeah.
Who was a poet.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a grave.
Right, it was just like a plaque, yeah.
Which was an interesting story.
He was a shitty poet.
Yeah, a tragic poet,
Yeah.
I said. That's funny, though.
Who else?
I can't remember what else.
There were other ones in there, too. Was there a black...
I think there was a lot of black, like, headstones.
Yeah.
It seemed like a pretty common name, if I remember right. I don't remember.
And then, like, if you've watched the movies of Harry Potter, obviously, like, Hogwarts is on a big, like, a rock, and Edinburgh Castle is on, like, I keep wanting to call it Casterly Rock. That's not it. Castle Rock is what they call it.
A little too into Game of Thrones.
Yeah. But, like, a really rocky, like, hill, and, like, the side of it looks exactly like Hogwarts does.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Victoria Street, which is like the original Diagon Alley, and it's like a windy street and all these colorful shop fronts, and that was super cool. Yeah, that was a really cool tour. If you ever go to Edinburgh, definitely would recommend that.
Yeah,
it was
neat.
A nice way to spend an hour and a half. And the tour guide was so fun too. Like, she made it fun.
Yeah, definitely made it magical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that day, and that was the day that we ate at the Witchery, which I had seen TikToks of, but I hadn't like planned for us to eat there.
I forgot about it.
And we just kind of stumbled upon it. That was so lovely. That was like one of like the dinner on Calton Hill was beautiful, obviously, but the dinner at the Witchery, it's equal like for perfect. Me. Yeah. Because we didn't have a reservation.
We were on the terrace.
But we were on the terrace. And they still had the full menu and everything. And so we ordered dinner, and it was a beautiful day. It was like sunny and 75. We were kind of bamboozled by the weather there.
Yeah.
Like, we were sweating a lot.
I brought too warm of clothes.
Yeah, me too. I at least packed layers. So, like, that day I was wearing a dress with a sweater, but, like, I took the sweater off. But, yeah, we were out on the terrace. There was, like, a little bit of a breeze. And, like, the view around us is just all of these old... So, the whole old town of Edinburgh is, like, original architecture. And it's just all... stunning everywhere you look. Like, it's so cool. Not a skyscraper in sight, honestly. In Newtown there is, but not in Old Town at all. And we met a girl in at the Witchery, Alejandra.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So we like sat and talked to her for like an hour.
Yeah. She was super nice.
Yeah.
She's from California. No,
Miami,
Florida.
Yeah.
Duh.
Just like traveling solo, but yeah, she was really cool. That dinner, yeah, might be equal to Cafe Carlton for me.
I'm trying to remember, what did you get? It was a fish.
Like a lemon fish sole.
So, yeah, lemon sole.
Mm-hmm. And you got duck.
Yeah, duck Wellington, I think.
I don't remember. The food was really good, but I just so even good. Just like the ambiance, the atmosphere, the staff was so nice. Yeah. Like, just everything about it was wonderful. I loved it. And then the next day like the castle was super fun. It was fun to like go around and like see places that I had taken pictures when I was there before.
That was pretty crazy, like finding that one spot where you were like, we were just standing there like, gosh, I feel like I've
I was like looking out like from this ledge, and I had like I went and looked back on my Instagram.
10 feet from where you took the picture.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Because I just had like some really aggressive deja vu, and I'm like, I feel like I've seen this view before, and I had.
Weird.
So that was really cool. Was that the day that we went to? No, the first day we went to the Museum of Scotland.
Oh yeah,
which was
confusing museum in the world. It
was like interesting, but it was like laid out so confusing. Like, it wasn't chronological.
I'm like, and none of it made sense.
At one point you're in, the fucking Ice Age, and the next one you're looking at Mary Queen of Scots. Like, yeah. it was confused. Like, it was neat, but it was confusing.
And there was no figuring out where Mary Queen of Scots came from or went. Like, there was no backstory for the most significant historical, or one of the most significant historical figures.
And I feel like, we are big history people. So that was the other reason why I thought that we would really why you specifically would really like that area of Europe, because there's a lot of history. But I just knew we'd spend a lot of time at the castle in general. But we wanted kind of more backstory of because Scotland was its own deal before it was absorbed into the UK. So we were kind of wanting more backstory, and there's a couple exhibits kind of about it at the castle, but really not much at that museum
really didn't even
at
explain
all.
it that well at the castle.
But then I think it was you who kind of realized but they're part of the UK, so there's maybe not going to be
put their royal history out there so much now that there's a different royal history, or maybe it's the same royal history.
They kind of talked about them blending together.
Yeah, because King James was the first of England and the 7th of Scotland or 6th of Scotland.
Yeah.
So he was the king of both? How does that work? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll never know now.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know. But
I know I don't have the drive to come back and do some extensive research, so I need someone to create a niche documentary about Scotland history just for me.
I'm sure there is one out there.
But I need
somewhere.
one just to have the parts of Scotland history that I'm missing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Just specifically tailored for you.
Yes.
I feel like Ireland had a good amount of history about, especially in Galway.
Galway, I enjoyed the City of Galway Museum.
Yeah, that was
really
another thing that we just kind of stumbled upon, and we're like, oh, let's go check this out, and that was really neat. That
and the
went
history
into
was chronological.
Sorry, Scotland. Yeah, not to hit on you,
Yeah,
but
tough.
before we go to Galway, Scotland though I think was my favorite too, and I think when we go back, I would like to plan more time there so that we can go up to the Highlands and experience Glencoe, or take the Harry Potter train, because so much of the films was filmed in Scotland.
We just filmed in London.
A lot of it, but there was some of it filmed in Scotland, the train, the Hogwarts Express, and that bridge, that's in Scotland. And I have now been to Scotland twice, and I have yet to go to Campbell Castle, which kind of feels criminal. So we're going to have to go back. And you're going to have to go to Loch Ness, obviously.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Find Nessie.
When I was looking at the old memory cards that I found, I had my pictures from Scotland on there. And we took pictures with our tour guide, because we went out on a boat on Loch Ness, which is pretty cool.
Kind of dangerous, I hear.
Yeah. Real thrill seekers.
Sea monster.
Mm-hmm. Dinosaur.
Lake monster.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I would like to say that we would go back.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Galway, are you turning
Don't
around?
mind her.
Oh, hi.
Oh. Can I give a lick?
Hi.
I'm sure everyone's going to appreciate the sound of Remy's mouth.
Hey, I'm trying to do something. Do you mind?
Oh, there she is.
She's like, no, I don't mind at all, actually. I think she's coming over to you.
Yep, I think so. Maybe. Oh.
Oh.
Right up into my face.
Right in your face.
Okay. Nice. All right.
Anyway. But no, the museum in Galway, Dublin Castle was really cool too. It talked a lot about the Easter Rising, because it obviously happened there. Oh, so sweet, Remy. Because it happened there. But Galway, yeah, that talked a lot about the actual Irish Revolution itself and the Civil War in Ireland, and kind of gave chronological timeline of all of that. But then it also talked about the history of the Gaelic people and where that all came from.
That was really interesting too.
That was super cool, because I know that there's a lot of mythology and folklore within, the Gaelic culture and backstory and everything. So that was really neat to read about and learn about too.
One subtle thing that I thought was really cool about the Galway City Museum was when we were like learning about the Gaelic history. The museum signs were written in Gaelic, and then like the second language was English, and then once they hit the certain point, I can't remember if it was
It was like colonization, essentially.
yeah, and it changed to English as the first language, but then it still had Gaelic, which I thought was really neat.
Mm-hmm. And it was cool. It was kind of cool in Ireland, but this is also something that made me like, I don't know how our friends who drove did it, because all of the road signs were in Gaelic first.
Yeah, screw that.
English second. So like, that's a lot. But it was really neat though that everything was like that. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Galway was great. The first day we were there, it rained sideways. That was the day we did a bus tour to the Cliffs of Moher, which even though it was raining was stunning.
Yeah.
Super cool.
It wasn't heavy rain while we were there, which was good. It was just windy as all hell, but it seems like it's always windy as all hell.
Yeah. And I feel like it kind of almost added to the experience, you know what I mean? Like it was like the waves crashing at the bottom of the cliffs.
Very Irish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that bus tour was cool though. We stopped at a chocolate factory up in the Burren. That's
only 2% of chocolate farms are bean to
bar. It was really cool though. Like I thought
really cool.
It was like an unplanned. Like we didn't plan it. Obviously, it was just like part of this bus tour, but it was pretty neat. Mm-hmm. And like the tour guide, the like bus driver, essentially like, you know, he wasn't talking the entire time, but like he was giving us like little factoids as we were driving through, so that was neat.
He was funny too. Like
yeah, he was. And we had
humor.
Lunch in Doolin at a pub there. Got some seafood chowder. Tried an oyster. Didn't like it. Could you tell immediately that I didn't like it?
I had a pretty good idea.
Yeah. I just couldn't chew it. Like the taste was fine. You just
slurp it down.
Yeah, I just could not. Oh God, I'm so sorry for that noise. I just could not bring myself to chew it, but
yeah, that's probably for the best.
Yeah. But it was still like a good day, and like we came back and
what do we do for dinner?
We got dinner at King's Head pub, but then we were sitting at the table for dinner, and Alec looked at me and he's like, because I had said that I didn't feel well, and he looked at me and he's like, you look exhausted. Like and I could feel it. Like I could feel it in my eyes that I like looked tired. And so we just kind of turned in early, which was totally fine. Like between it being so rainy and windy and then like, just like a longer day. I mean, we spent almost all day on the bus tour.
Yeah, we left to like go to the bus at like 5:30, 5:45 in the morning.
No, like 8. You're thinking of the bus that took us back to the Dublin airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 8. But still, it was like rainy and because we stopped and got a coffee on the way. That's when we went to Roots.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Roots, not Boots, the pharmaceutical.
Not Boots, Roots.
Pharmaceutical store.
But yeah, then the next day was beautiful though. Sunny, like
but
70.
Still nice and cool.
Yeah, because Galway is on the bay, like in a bay, Galway Bay, and it like there's a river.
Gulf?
I'm positive.
Gulf.
I'm positive. And there's like a river that runs through town as well. And so we had brunch at this really cute like cottage.
What was that one called?
Ardbia at Nemos. And it was so cute. I found that on TikTok too. And we really didn't have to wait to get a table anywhere we went.
No, we didn't.
Which was kind of wild because we did hear people having to wait like after us at a few different spots. And that was one of them. I think we got like the last table in there when we got there.
Yeah.
Because we got there like right at 10. But it was so cute. It was like all like wooden walls and like beam ceilings and just like a really cottagey feel. And it's right there on the river. And it was right next to the Galway Museum.
And the Spanish Arch?
Yes, the Spanish Arch that was part of like the original wall that was around Galway. And then what else did we do? We just kind of bopped around the Latin Quarter that day. Like to different shops. I got a Claddagh ring.
Yeah.
Got Sam a Claddagh ring.
I got a hat.
You got a hat. We got Remy her souvenirs. We had been to so many souvenir shops, and they had a lot of like stuffed lambs, like a
Sheep.
sheep.
Technically, they're sheep.
Yeah, pardon me. I'm so used to calling them a
But,
lammy.
yeah, Remy has the lammies. So.
But they had so many like stuffed animal sheep that I was like, okay, we're just gonna have to get her one of these. And it was literally the last Carol's that we were at. And it was a giant one.
Yeah.
And we like rounded the corner, and there's a whole display of like, leashes, collars, but then they had two different kinds of like sheep dog toys. And so she's so small right now. Look at her. So we got her one of those, and we also got her a bandana in Scotland that is like pretty close to the Campbell tartan. So that was kind of neat too.
Yeah.
To be able to do that. Rewind back to Scotland real quick. So Campbell is an incredibly Scottish name. Like there are a few different Campbell clans in Scotland. It's a very big clan. And I have a few things that I got from like when I was there when I was younger. But this time around, like there was like a souvenir or like a gift shop that was like specifically just all different kind of clan stuff. And a lot of the Campbell stuff was like gone. Like sold out.
Kicked them out.
Well, no, I think we're just popular, but
Yeah, okay. That's what they all say.
but like, the book of the clan history gone, coasters gone, shot glass gone, like
Oh, yeah, they got rid of you.
but it's also like kind of, I don't know. I mean, did you find that cool? Like I had already seen a lot of that stuff, but
What do you mean? The like Campbell clan stuff? Yeah, that's neat.
I mean, obviously it's not your name, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it was really cool. Like seeing my name, my former name.
Yeah, come on.
On everything.
Yeah, what is this, your email address?
Yes. But yeah, back to Galway. Yeah, we just kind of like bebopped around the rest of the day.
Checked out the cathedral there.
Oh yeah, the Galway Cathedral. That was beautiful.
Incredible.
They have a mosaic of JFK in there, which was
Right next to
random.
Jesus.
Which was random. I mean, cool, but random.
Yeah.
He visited there, I
random.
guess, like 6 months before he died or something. I don't know. But it was still really cool. The pipe organs in both that and the cathedral in Dublin. Crazy.
Yeah, pretty incredible.
Crazy. And yeah, I just went to some pubs that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a chill.
Pub hopped.
Yeah, pub hopped, yeah. I was drinking Guinness pretty much all day. The first like pub that we went to, I got a cider, but then otherwise I was drinking Guinness.
Yeah, you had like 4 or 5 Guinnesses that day.
I know.
That's a lot of Guinness.
I was very full. But I did start ordering Guinness and Blacks, which was Guinness and then like black currant, which is like a blackberry like liqueur. It made it a lot better, I will say. Learned that you shouldn't order a black and tan there.
Yeah, I wanted to, but didn't know how to say it properly.
And why was it again?
Because the Black and Tans were like a police force that were notorious for not treating people so well.
It was like Irish for the English cause, essentially, right?
Yeah, they're... I forget exactly if it was like they're actually English or if they were Irish working as like English police
I think it was
officers
that.
in
I think it was
Ireland.
like they were Irish, but they were like police officers for the UK, essentially.
Yeah, but they were brutal.
It would have been really cool to go up to Belfast just because I remember there being so much history, which is kind of interesting. You'd think there'd be more history in like Dublin, which maybe we just didn't like hit. I'm sure there were other museums about that stuff, but like I just remember there being a lot of history in Belfast, but also I guess there's like still some unrest in Belfast is what it sounded like.
Yeah, there's some
Like protests, riots. Yeah. So it's interesting. I'll have to show you the pictures that were on that memory card because I took some pictures of some of the murals there. And I had them on that memory card from when I was there before.
That's cool.
But yeah, and then we went home.
Yeah, an eventful trip home.
Yeah, I
Little
mean,
bit
our
of a
last
delay,
flight got delayed a
but
couple hours.
not too
So
bad.
I was zonked by the time we got home, though. Like, I could not keep my eyes open. Like, sitting there waiting to board our flight in Denver to Lincoln, I fell asleep. And I slept the whole flight, Lincoln to Denver, fell asleep in the Uber on the way here. Like, I could not stay awake. Well, because at that point, we had almost been up for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because we'd had to get up at 5 to catch the bus out of Galway at 6. And then by the time we got home, it was like, what, 11? And they're 6 hours ahead. So we had essentially been
24
awake
hours.
24 hours. Because the time change there, I didn't think was bad. Alec kind of struggled with
It
it.
took me like 5 days to like not feel
Fully
horribly
acclimate.
tired
Yeah. But
when I woke up.
I didn't have any trouble with it, like getting there. But coming back was rough. Like the whole day after, we didn't do anything.
You're just pooped, you know?
I was pooped.
It was a big trip.
I did a lot. I had a lot of activity. So I guess we ran through our favorite parts. Would you go back?
Probably.
Yeah. Me too. I think it would have been cool to like see more of Ireland. Like to be able to go down to Cork and to go to Dingle and to, you know, the Circles of Kerry or...
Beats me.
I don't know. There's a lot of different parts of Ireland to see, and we only saw Dublin and Galway, which are like probably two of the biggest like parts to see.
Yeah.
But just driving was just a no.
Yeah.
For
I've got
me.
no interest in driving in Europe.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe next time when we go back, we'll figure out a way to do it, or
Maybe.
just take a bus around. I mean, their public transit there.
A scooter.
No, their public transit there was phenomenal. I mean, we took buses probably more than I have in my entire life. And I know that there's a train that runs from Dublin to Galway into different cities in Ireland as well. So, yeah, we could do it. Travel around without having to drive. So, yeah, first trip to Europe.
Pretty cool.
You liked it?
Pretty cool.
And we didn't kill each other?
No. No, I think it was a great success.
Yes, it was. Really didn't. I think the only day we got a little snippy with each other is when it started raining at the castle because we forgot to bring an umbrella. And I essentially made it Alec's fault that we forgot to bring the umbrella.
Yeah, well, in her defense, she told me the day before.
I did. I said, hey, we should make sure to bring the umbrella to the castle.
I am not the memory of this relationship.
No, that's true. But it was fine.
Yeah, it was.
I literally said, I'm sorry for what I said when it was raining.
We had to spend a little extra time in like one of the cave kind of little areas.
Yeah.
That worked okay though.
Yeah, no, it was fine. Yeah, a great trip, I would say. And I was talking about this on TikTok the other day, but like I've seen it. Remy is snoring. I've seen it on TikTok before. People say like there are travelers and there are vacationers. And while I do enjoy like sitting on a beach, you know, I feel like and I think you too, definitely like travelers. Like we're doing things when we're on vacation. Like New York was jam-packed.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
Yeah, but we were moving and grooving over there. Like, I don't know. And especially like the places we were at, like Ireland, you know, you're not going there to sit on the beach.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't think you are anyway.
And I felt like the way we did it, it was like at a relaxed pace versus like New York. It was like you said, it's like, let's do this. And then we got to travel and we're going to do this. And then we're going to get on the subway and do this.
Mm-hmm.
Where this was like, okay, we're going to spend a few days here. We're going to do this and this. Like, and then we're just going to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
So it was a little like slower paced.
Yeah.
Which was really nice.
I think, the thing about New York though too is like, you know, so many of the things that there are to see and do there. And like, it was Christmas time too. So there's like extra things on that list. And like, I obviously did some research as to things to see and do in Ireland and Scotland, but like not so much that I felt like I needed to have a whole day itinerary planned out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, but New York, I like had all these things that because I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to be back next. Like, I want to do this and this and this. And we did it. We did the damn thing, but
we did it.
We done did it.
We did a lot.
Yeah. But I feel like we're good travelers.
Yeah. We do pretty well.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, thanks for going to Europe with me.
Thanks for taking me to Europe with you.
You're so welcome. Hit me up for all your Europe vacation needs. Mostly Ireland and Scotland is a very specific skill set I have,
Hey,
but
everybody,
I got you.
somebody, what is it? I can't remember what I was going for.
I don't know what you're even trying to say.
Well, do it, lady.
Okay. And with that, thank you for being here.
Happy to be back.
Yeah, thank you for returning. Thank you for listening. And you can follow Social Butterfly on
Instagram and TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah, attaboy.
And Spotify.
And Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, really.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Nice work.